Well, hello and welcome back to Brambleberry. It is a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Went to church this morning and back this afternoon for a bit. And I'm going to try and push along the chicken coop project a little bit. So if you want. Well, that seemed like a good idea until I stepped foot in there and found out that it's a big mud pit right now because of all the rain we've had here recently. So I guess I'm not going to work on the chicken coop today, but I've got some other projects I can do. It's been a while since I did any videos on our laundry setup, our off-grid laundry. I got a little bit of work to do on that today to try and make it work a little bit better in the cold. Well, come along if you want to see that, I guess. So if you haven't seen previously, we have our laundry set up. Well, we started off with it in a little greenhouse, and then we got a shed and we moved it into that. So the water comes into the shed there. Oh, and just in time, the washer is draining. So we got the drain coming out here. My intent was to have like separate hot and cold water coming in, but I haven't done that yet. It just all comes in through the same hose. But I just got a new hose here that's actually rated for having hot water going through it, unlike this RV hose here. So I got that installed today, and the water just comes out. We have like a hot and cold spigot in here, and I got it running down through the bottom and coming out there. But the issue is, what do you do when it's below freezing outside and you want to do laundry? Got some pipe insulation that I'm going to put around this pipe, and my theory is that if we're like borderline, like maybe in the high 20s, which it often is in our location in the wintertime, that we could still do laundry if we have a heater going in the shed and we have this insulated, because the water coming out of the camper is going to be warm enough where it's not going to freeze. We just need to keep it from freezing between the camper and the shed. So I'm going to try to get that set up today. Whenever we first got our water hooked up, I guess this was last season before winter hit, I did insulate all of this, and I have heat tape on it. So this is our water supply coming in here and going into the camper. So that's fine. So I'm going to do something similar with the insulation, the pipe insulation, except I'm not going to put heat tape on this because it's not going to stay hooked up all the time. And then all we have to do is just drain it in between usages. The main thing that I'm trying to accomplish today is to be able to use it at colder temperatures and just to have a little bit more flexibility as to when we can do laundry. Otherwise, we have to wait until we have days when it's above freezing, and a lot of times we only the only time we have to do laundry is on the weekends, when we're not at work. So if that doesn't work out, like if the temperatures are above or below freezing, all day long on the weekend, then we're kind of messed up when it comes to doing our laundry. So anyway, I've yacked enough. I'm going to show you what I'm actually doing here. So I've got two kinds of pipe insulation here. The one here is self-sealing, so it has adhesive. The other one does not have adhesive. I'll show you why I'm going to use both of those. The why is when I was telling you about having to drain the hose. So whenever we're not using it, we're going to need to disconnect it from here and from up here at the camper in this spot. And I have quick connects so that they can come on and off of there easier. And this other hose actually I've run down through there, so it's heated up here. This is all doesn't freeze when we have the heat on the camper. And then hopefully the short amount between there and there inside the skirting won't freeze. But the part that doesn't self-seal is going to go around where these fittings are, there and over there, so that we can take it off, disconnect, and let the hose drain out. Just noticed a bunch of mushrooms coming up here behind the camper. Don't know what kind they are. Maybe some of you do. You can leave your comments in the comments on that. I still probably won't be eating them though, because I don't know what they are, and who knows what people tell you on the internet. But that's one thing I would like to learn more about, is foraging for mushrooms. I have got some books here and there that I've read, but so far the only ones that I've been adventurous enough to forage for and actually eat are morels, because they seem pretty easy to identify. I don't know what these are, and I don't want to get sick, so I'm not going to eat them. Just going to more or less cut this in half and put one on each end. All right, we got it all done. Coming out. This is the spot that's not taped so that I can take that loose when we need to drain water. Got a tape job there, and up here is also one that is not stuck together. So we can take it loose there, let that pipe drain out, and then throw this one downhill so that the water drains out that way. Disconnect up there, put it up in a tree or something, and then the water will all drain out. Hopefully that'll be enough to get this working for us a little more regularly during these winter months. If we see that we think we need it, then I always can get some heat tape and put in there too. I got the pipe wrap that was a little bit bigger than the outer diameter of the hose, so that way there would be room in there if I wanted to do that. But I'm hoping that this is going to be enough, because I really don't want to plug in more heat tape, because it's just more of a power draw, and you have less power in the wintertime with solar anyway, because there's less sun. So if we can keep from doing that, I want to. Oh, other thing, you might have noticed I used some black Gorilla Tape on this, and the other one, this other pipe, I used this foil tape. And the reason I did that is, well, there's a couple of reasons. One is because I'm going to be moving it a lot, and I noticed that this foil tape has torn on that other one just from moving it a little bit. So I didn't want to use that again. And I don't know that using the foil is like necessary for any reason. That's just kind of what I had, and I thought insulation, I don't know. That's why I used another one. But I'm actually thinking about, on this other pipe, putting some of that Gorilla Tape around to seal up those on the spots where it's breaking. Like, it's even breaking up here, down here around the base of this frost-free hydrant. And there was another one up here that I already fixed. Yeah, where it connected to go into the camper. So I think I'm probably just gonna do that to the rest of this, and then we'll see if that tape holds up any better. Anyhow, if you watched this far, as always, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day.